Yo, what's up, everyone? Welcome back to the Heat Ray Vision podcast. And I got myself, Hector, also known as CN6. And with me, I got Jazzy.
What up?
And Haf.
I'm a bitch. No, I'm kidding.
Yeah, that's right. You are a bitch, Haf. You are a bitch.
Hell no.
But wait, were you not in the last one? What was the last?
I was.
No,
Yes,
he
you were.
was.
Monkey.
He
You were.
was. Yeah,
The
he
monkey.
was. He
I'm
was.
surprised you didn't say it then.
Yeah, that's right. That's true. I don't know why. I don't know why I did that.
I was like, why did you say it back then? So
That's funny.
but no, you are correct. And he's out of the closet. You're here.
That's facts.
Yeah.
It doesn't sound
Figuratively
exactly.
and physically.
Ooh.
Yeah. Anyway, this is where are we going with this?
Yeah,
Listen,
that's
guys. All right, so, I got everybody here, and today's episode, based on the title, you guys already know that this is the update episode that we announced last week to be on the lookout, and that's because there are some changes, man, coming to the HRV podcast. But before we actually get into it, I'd like to remind you guys that you guys can listen to us on Spotify, Apple, SoundCloud, and YouTube. Make sure you follow our socials at Heat Ray Vision Podcast, or go to heatrayvisionpodcast.com. You're going to see all of our links through there. Also, make sure you join the Discord. Top link in the description. Join the Discord, guys. Come chat with us about movies, video games, TV shows, anything like that. And also for announcements, because Discord
yeah.
gang saw it first.
Yep.
Saw the announcement first. And also follow our socials as well. I mean, you'll see it there. But if you want anything that's going down firsthand and shit, join the Discord. But anyway, okay. Some changes, man. Some
Yeah.
changes is going on.
Yep.
And I guess I was telling them off pod when I made that announcement on the Discord. I felt like a villain, like a Lex Luthor and shit.
I don't know.
And I think it maybe stirred the pot a bit, because we did have some people message us saying, "Yo, what's going on, bro?" Or like, shout out to Sheldon as well. He reached out saying, "Hey, man, no matter what y'all do, I'll still be here and shit." So
Damn, bro. Shout out.
Shout out.
yeah, shout out to you, man. And then so we had some people message us like asking what the hell's going on and shit, you know. And listen, okay, it's a big change, but I want to first like be transparent with you guys, because I like to be really transparent and be honest with you guys. And as of right now, we have been we've been growing and shit, right? But it's been kind of stagnant. I've realized in the past couple of months that some of the movie reviews that we've done just have not been getting as much recognition as other movies that we've done. If we're going to be completely honest, I mean, movie that we saw and reviewed recently, the first one that like really hit was probably Presence, which I get it. That's more of like an indie type of film. Not many people have heard
Not a
of
lot
it
of
or
eyes
whatever.
on that one.
Yeah, for sure.
Specifically, yeah.
And it just didn't do well. And it's funny because before even we recorded Captain America,
Yeah.
I already had this ideas, right? I'm like, hey, this is what we got to do. And I'm present to the guys. And as soon as we dropped Captain America, that's one skyrocketed.
Yeah.
That one has like over like 500 views or something.
Yeah.
Nice.
And it's funny because I send it to Mario. I'm like, listen, man, you see what I mean? Like this is what I'm talking about. And unfortunately, guys, is even though we do like to try to check out every movie
Yeah.
and review them and have discussions, ultimately we also want to grow. And it's really difficult because we want to do so many things and we just can't, right? We don't do this for a living. We do this out of straight passion. And our goal is to actually grow and put out content that people actually want to see, And that is why we've decided that we're going to be a lot more selective on the things that we review. That's including with movies and TV shows. We will no longer be reviewing smaller movies that people maybe not have heard of, like Presence is an example of
The
one
Monkey.
of them. Or The Monkey and such. Wolfman, right? Probably the Beekeeper back then.
Yeah.
right?
Yeah, the
like,
Beekeeper.
Yeah, shit like that.
And like, I mean, I guess if you guys want examples of like upcoming movies this year, probably not A Working Man.
Yeah,
I'm assuming.
Yeah, probably
I know
not that
next
one.
month, March, or we're already in March, but this month we're gonna get that Novocaine movie
Not
with
Novocaine.
Not Novocaine.
with what's his name?
Jack
Huey.
Quaid?
Jack Quaid. There we go.
Hey, I remember his
Hey,
name.
you remember that?
I remember the fucking name.
You
Yo,
remember?
it came to me. I was like, yo, what the fuck?
That's
How do I
crazy.
remember that?
Oh,
Oh,
once.
from the companion review.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
No, that's
companion,
right.
that's another one.
Oh, yeah,
Yes.
companion.
That's
Yeah.
another one.
That would be another one. And even though these are all movies, guys, that we are looking forward to, and we're probably going to go still watch them.
Oh, yeah.
We just decided that we probably won't be putting a review out for every single movie we review, just like what we did basically like last year, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, and yeah, so that's what's gonna happen, and we're actually gonna dive deep into okay, if we're gonna do this, why? What's happening? What's the drastic shit? I mean, you guys saw my post. I said some of you guys might think it's drastic, but I think it's necessary on some evil villain shit.
man.
And I just I came up with these points where to the guys, like, hey guys, unfortunately we're not doing so well. We gotta fix this issue. Clearly, a lot of people aren't really fucking with the shit that we're watching. I get it,
Yeah.
you know, it's smaller movies and such. And another thing too, I guess it's not really a problem, but a thing that I kind of want to mitigate is that we have now surpassed like 1,000 subs,
Yeah.
and most of our shit is movie related.
Yeah.
Right. And if you guys don't know, we also like video games.
Yeah.
Like, we really like video games. If anything, we had a deep conversation, said, hey, if we had to choose one thing, what would it be? Right? It'd be video games. So we want to incorporate more video games and not be known as just like a movie situation, right?
Yeah.
A movie pod.
Yeah, a movie pod essentially. So this is the drastic change. This is the main change that's going to happen with HRV Pod, and that is that we're going to be focusing more on video games. That means more video game reviews and more topics about video games, whether it's, you know, discussion videos or whatever. And so that's going to be like the main change is, okay, boom, we're going to be focusing more on video games. And the next change, which is going to be probably the biggest one, and it's going to be the new norm,
Yeah.
is that we are going to be doing weekly news videos. So that is going to be our bread and butter. That's going to be like the next big change, is that every week we're going to take the top big news stories in the video game industry, movie industry, the entertainment industry, whatever it is, and every week we're going to be talking about it. And I know that some of you guys are going to be interested in that. I tried my best, like, okay, how can we grow and put out content that everybody can enjoy? And I'm thinking, okay, cool, we could talk about news related stuff. Not only will it be easier to farm clips, get some clips and actually promote the pod and try to grow, but it's also something that many of you guys could enjoy. Hey, you want to check out what's the biggest news of the week in movies? Listen to it, right? Same thing with video games,
Yep.
any entertainment industry, whatever it is, we'll cover it. And we even get like some messages from people asking us like, hey, what do you guys think of the new Superman trailer? Or what do you guys
Yeah.
think of this video game that's coming out? Are you guys going to try out this new video game? So it's going to solve all of that. And it's going to be, I guess, a lot more easier to like listen to and actually get into the pod, because I'm gonna be real. When we saw Presence, only people that probably saw that movie would want to watch it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So we're trying. Our goal is to actually put out content that a majority of people can actually consume and enjoy, while also grow the podcast. So that is going to be the main change, and we're going to be focusing more on the video game reviews and obviously the video game news aspect. But to scratch that movie itch, we will be covering the news, the movie news, and be selective on the type of movies that we're going to be reviewing. So there will be probably a month that we only review maybe 2 movies, man. I'm not sure.
Yeah.
Like only the big ones. We probably we talked about I think it was in June or I forgot what month it was. That was really packed with
Yeah.
big movies
It
that we
is-
will do.
Yeah, the month of May.
Is May. Okay.
Yeah.
May, we will do those movies, but I'm just saying that there will be some months that we
It will be slow.
Yeah, it'd be slow. And honestly, guys, the reasoning behind that is, I want our audience to be more. It has to do with gamers and just video games in general, because I've come to realize that majority of the time, most gamers are also into movies and other stuff. Whereas film enthusiasts or cinephiles, right?
They're only into that.
Only into that, and they're not really into video games. So we kind of want to have that versatility where we could talk about video games and movies. And unfortunately, I want to focus more on video games because
we got
number one, that's where our passion is
Yeah.
more so, and there's a higher chance that those people would also listen to our movie stuff. That's just the truth. And
I guess a side reason is that
Yeah.
since we've launched the pod, the video game topic has been more or less neglected.
absolutely,
Yeah.
absolutely.
Yeah.
And we hit over 1,000 subs, and it's like
How many
wanna-
game
we have
related
like probably
videos have we actually
we
put
probably have
out?
like less than 10.
probably
Oh,
yeah, less-
absolutely. I'm sure it's
Yeah.
just 5, no, or like less than
yeah,
that?
yeah.
Around, anyway, it's single digits. That's all I know.
And guys, and it's not because that we purposely neglect. It's just the movie reviews and TV reviews. It's easier. Like I said, guys, we don't do this for a living. We're doing it. We're riding on passion right now.
Yeah.
And
And if we started to do these game reviews, it back then it would. Well, we got to play the motherfuckers, guys. That's
Yeah.
the thing.
It takes time.
And
It
we
takes
work
time.
we work full-time jobs, so we like don't have a lot of time to dedicate to gaming already.
Yeah.
And then on top of what we want to do as individuals in our own, I guess, social space. If that makes sense, like me and Hector, like
Yeah.
we want to dedicate time to that. So it's just we just got to make sacrifices. Unfortunately. You know, the thing is, we're still gonna go out and watch these films. So when we will have our top 10 TV shows, our top 10 this.
Yeah, we'll still do that.
watch them. And when we do these like news reports, whatever we're gonna call them, if we go see a movie that we think is not worth a review or isn't big enough, we might give a little like mini like review on that said movie. Like for example, we saw The Last Breath today. We were doing like a weekly report or whatever. We would get like, all right, guys, we saw this movie. We're gonna talk about it for 5 minutes and then get into the news. So you might get like a mini like sped up fast and where we do our typical shit. Oh, is it worth the steelbook? Oh, is it worth rewatching? Shit like that. So you might still get that, but it'll just be very much more fast paced.
yeah, and it's just it won't have its own dedicated review.
Yeah.
But we'll still watch them. We're still gonna
Yeah.
go out. I mean,
We still want to do our
A-list.
awards. And, yeah.
We're still paying fucking A-list and shit. You know what I mean?
Even though they
Like,
raised the price.
even though they raised the price, yeah.
Bitches.
So like, and I'm still really into movies, guys. Like,
We are.
Like,
Yeah.
I'm still really into.
Like
it.
we love movies, guys,
Yeah, man.
and like it wasn't easy for us to do because we're like, damn, like we love movies and we like talking about movies, but it's like it's just not bringing in the recognition that we need right now at the point of where we're at in terms of subscribers, like presence to keep it straight. Like I think it's still in single digit views, right, or some shit like that.
Presents, I think. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, meanwhile, like Captain America is at 500. It's like proofs in the pudding, man. Like you gotta do what brings in the most people. You know, and maybe if we ever get blessed enough, lucky enough, where we can do this as a full-time thing, maybe by then we can go back to how it used to be. But that's a big maybe, obviously, right?
No,
that's
absolutely.
years down the road. But as of right now, this is what we got to do.
And it's just like going back to the view, like how people view us. Oh, it's a movie pod. Like I want to talk about more video games, and the reason why we haven't is because the whole time situation. But that's the thing is like we want more time. Well, we need more time to do certain things because as you guys many of you guys know, you guys are also into the Cape Shit podcast, and Hav and I have been on a crazy hiatus, and that's because of this pod. So I listed all the problems. I'm like, okay, if we do this, guys, we would have more time. We would have more time to put out Cape Shit pod content, and as well as finally starting a new pod. I know you guys are like, what the fuck's going on, man? You have a lot of shit going on. Exactly, right? We want to launch a new pod, and that is the Star Wars pod. And we talked about that back in fucking 2022, probably, bro, or something like that. That one, we already decided that we're probably going to release probably one podcast a month for that one. That one is just like a side bitch type of thing.
Yeah, that's facts. Yeah, it really is. That's how we have to view it. So we will try our best to do once a month. It might be 2 a month, but for sure we're aiming for once a month.
Our main priority is the HRE pod and
Cape
obviously
Shit.
the Cape Shit pod, because the Cape Shit pod we've been missing, man. We've been gone, and
y'all got magic there, bro. I'm not gonna lie to you. I've always said it to you from the first one. Like y'all legit got something there.
So we've been gone for that. We have I got the Captain America super review is done. I just need to do the final edits, and that's going to be uploaded. And after that, Hav and I, we're going to do another Cape Shit pod. But should we say it now, or should we just save that? what we're gonna do?
I'll leave it up to you. I don't think it's a big deal if we reveal it.
Go ahead, reveal it.
So me and Hector, we had a conversation, guys. We pretty much said, we've been on a hiatus going on a few months now, probably like half a year now. And we talked and we were like, well, the first thing that we wanted to do is get the Captain America Super Review out because it's been recorded, but we never had a chance to actually go back and like edit it and stuff. So we wanted to get that out. And we decided that as our comeback podcast to Cape Shit, I know a lot of you guys probably think, well, wouldn't it just be logical that the next podcast you guys put out is the Avengers Super Review? Because people who follow Cape Shit and saw our Slate video would know that the podcast that would come out after Captain America was the Avengers. However, we decided that while we still plan A, to review the Avengers, the Super Review, and B, continue that idea of the slate, because I know I mentioned that like every time we finish a slate, we would make another slate video to give you guys a heads up of what movies we're going to review in the next couple of whatever. While we plan to still do those two things, we figured that our comeback pod would be just a simple discussion podcast. A discussion not necessarily on one topic. It's just going to be a discussion pod of literally the biggest news to come out in the last few months regarding all things comic books, be it movies, be it TV shows, or video games. And for any Cape Shit fans out there, you guys probably saw that this past week alone, we got quite a few DC updates from James Gunn and Peter Safran.
Yep.
We got quite a few shit. And we're going to talk about all that in that discussion pod. And I also have some news regarding Marvel as well. So that's going to be the comeback podcast that we want to come out with. And then after that, we're going to go back on track to our original plan, which is, first off, to get it out the way, the Avengers Super Review. That way we finally complete our first chapter of our Cape Shit slate. And then we'll probably work on getting you guys the super reviews for the second chapter of our Cape Shit slate. We would obviously have to record a video where I introduced it the same way I introduced Cape Shit slate chapter 1. And then that way you guys would know what super reviews to expect from us. But just kind of like as a comeback, we want to do that discussion pod first and then get back on track. However, me and Hector also talked about that while we don't mind giving you guys super reviews of the movies and stuff, he also wants to try to push a little bit more discussion pods, because admittedly they're fun. Yeah. When we have discussion pods, like when we did Why We Need Superman, as an example. He also wants to have more discussion pods on Cape Shit, because admittedly those are fun. And sometimes there's a specific topic that requires a discussion about it that might even be like an hour long. So we might as well make a pod about it. So that's the comeback pod. It's going to be a discussion pod that we plan to put out sometime in the next couple of weeks. You guys won't wait too long for that one, I promise. Yeah. And once that pod's out of the way, we're going to get back on track to our slate idea, getting super reviews out for Marvel, for DC shit, all that, while also weaving in some discussion pods here and there. It's basically the update.
No, yeah, absolutely. And I'm super excited about it. And I know maybe some of you guys listening are super excited.
It's finally back.
Yeah, dude. A lot of people, a lot of you guys really like the Cape Shit pod, man.
And I know we've said this before. I know we said it. At least I remember I said it when we did our holiday special pod, our 1,000 subscriber special. But again, we really do mean it. I sound like a broken record, and that's probably indication of how much we mean it. We appreciate you guys for being extremely patient with us. I know we've been out of the game with Cape Shit for a really long time for reasons that we already named, but we really do appreciate that you guys are patient, that you guys have waited, and we hope that when we come back and we're back on track, that you guys that hopefully another hiatus like this does not happen again. But we do appreciate you guys being patient, being understanding. That's why y'all are we just have to give you a shout out for that.
No, guys. Absolutely. And that's why this change, I think it's necessary, man, because not only will it free up time for Cape Shit, for the Star Wars pod, but most importantly, it's going to free up time for Mario and I, because Mario and I, we are doing our solo thing on YouTube. We're trying to do our own content, and it's just super, super difficult to do that while keeping up with every single movie with HRV and shit. It's like we just need time, But yeah, that is pretty much it. That's the big change, guys. I know some of you guys might be, I don't know, think that it's fucked. I don't know. I don't think so. I think most of you guys are like enjoying it. You know what? I kind of like that. I kind of like the weekly news or whatever. But another thing too, if there is a speaking of the game reviews, depending on the game and how long it is, we forgot to mention this, Mario.
Oh yeah.
We plan on doing like a segment video. We don't know what it's called yet.
Yeah.
But the reason why is because there are certain games like RPG games, like Dragon. Let's say Dragon Age of Elgar, like an example, like an 80-hour game. Come on, man, that's a long time. So what we plan on doing is probably playing maybe up to 20 to 30 hours of the game, because around that time period you kind of understand what you get out. You get the idea of what you get out of the game. So what we're gonna do is do that, and not. It's not a review. It's gonna be more of our impressions, what to expect when you play the game. Because since we have not beat the game through and through, it's kind of unfair to
call it a review. Yeah.
Right. Because what if we give something, I don't know, like a 10, but the ending was trash.
Yeah.
It just wouldn't make sense. So we're still coming up with an idea of what to call that specifically. I don't know yet.
Yeah.
We'll come up with something, but just that's something to look forward to. Obviously, if it's a game that's shorter, right? Like a game
like COD.
probably. Yeah, or like
Doom.
Senua's Hellblade.
Hellblade, yeah. Senua Saga Hellblade, yeah.
Yeah, that was a short game. So if it's games like that, then we could actually do a full-length review. And you could tell from the title, it's going to say review. But yeah, the biggest change is video games, man. We're going to be focusing more on video games and less on movies, really, and just the big shit. And I think most of you guys are going to like the change. Some of you guys might not. But hey, just understand that it's something that we have to do. That it's just something that we actually have to do to have time for everything that we plan on doing.
Yep.
Considering that, we just don't have that time.
Yeah, man.
But yeah, I think, is there anything else you guys want to add? Is there anything that we pretty much discussed everything?
No, that's it.
I think that's everything.
Yeah.
That is everything, guys. That is the big change, the big drastic change for the HRV pod moving forward. Yeah, I'm definitely excited, man. Hopefully some of you guys are excited, and hopefully you guys continue to support us. If not, I totally understand. But I'm pretty sure it's the right direction, man. I'm pretty sure it's actually the right direction. With that being said, everything's going to be linked in the description, by the way. So the Cape Shit Pod and the Star Wars Pod. So check the links for that. But with that being said, thank you guys so much for listening, and we'll catch you guys in the next one. Take care, guys.
Peace.
See you.